Dear Ann Landis, my husband
Dear
and I
Abby,
are in shock.
I'm
We've been
extremely
married
upset.
for over 30 years.
My son got married in
Dear
April.
Ann Landis.
We were very
I
happy.
thought
Dear
you
Abby,
said
his
I
wife
was
is working.
but
Is she a woman? Dear Abby.
She thinks way too much of
Dear
herself.
Abby.
She had to get married.
Dear Pod.
This is too topical, therefore it won't work.
No. Oh, why? Is there an ish? What happened?
Did you watch it just like that episode?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry. I haven't yet. I haven't.
Okay.
I feel like I need a Quaalude or some sort of medical intervention before
When we
I start.
thought we hated Shay Diaz, right?
No. Is there something worse? Don't
Yeah.
give it away.
There's so
I know that
there's
this
so
is
much.
like right now by July it's already burned
Yeah.
itself, but I know
There's
that Rosie
just so
O'Donnell's
much.
a sexy nun or something.
Right. So it is just, every outfit carries in. It's like, that's not real. That's not. There's a difference between Pat Field must just be laughing her ass off somewhere.
Did collecting a
Like,
check.
just
Well,
like-
didn't she do the costumes for
No,
this?
she hasn't.
Oh.
She hasn't done it for the entire season.
Oh, she's
The
like,
only-
I want nothing to do with
The
this
only time
garbage.
she dressed somebody was for Samantha when she did the cameo.
And because Samantha insisted on it.
Yep.
And by Samantha, I mean Kim Cattrall.
Correct.
Kim Cattrall isn't in this season, right?
Not that I'm aware of, but this is like every time someone comes on screen, you're like, this is not a real person. Like, it's one thing to like watch Carrie walk down the street in the newspaper print dress, that they're somewhat believable. The things that she wears in the show,
Why are they
from the first like season to whatever this garbage thing is it's preposterous.
But do you think we're getting punked? Like they're leaning into the camp of the fact that this is a terrible show? So
No,
they're like,
because
well,
nothing. It's not. It's so terrible that it's not campy.
it's just plain
Bad.
out bad.
Yes, everything about I'm so offended how Miranda is.
Oh my God. Well,
The
they ruined
smartest-
they ruined her in the second movie. They ruined her when they brought her to Morocco. Everything went off the rails for Miranda after that.
It's as if she had like been kicked in the head by a camel in Morocco, and her brain went out her ear.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. She doesn't make any sense.
She let go of her entire like law career, her whole family. Does she even have the ginger boy anymore? Remember when he was having sex scenes and I was
Let's just
like,
say
I
this.
literally think this is
Carrie
not-
moves out of her fucking time. This is what I don't understand. What we liked about them, they were scrappy, working New York women. Now, and Carrie's like, I spent all my money in the shoe. I'm going to be the little lady who lives in a shoe. Samantha has her own tiny little office. Miranda's part of a law firm. Successful in their own way.
Yes.
Then Carrie marries this awful human being that eventually dies in their penthouse apartment. She goes from a studio apartment that she's been living in that she can't really afford to even buy to now in a penthouse. He dies. And now it's like, well, now you just shit the bed because you're completely unrelatable now because no one really wants to know the story of
a single woman in a penthouse. Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
And now all of her friends are one percenters. There's the one that sold her house or whatever, and then the one that
Oh, that Indian woman?
right, and then the other one who's like a
Oh,
documentarian or whatever.
yes.
So now everyone is inaccessible.
Yep.
Like Carrie, it's like she's inaccessible because like she's got such great fashion, and how does anyone pull it off? But she was accessible because she was. I'm just a columnist. Well, what are you now? Now you're just an
What are
elitist
you now?
bitch.
Oh my God, you have.
I can't.
Let's
I can't say that on the podcast.
Yes, you can, but by this point, everybody's already watched and just like that, or they've done what I've done, which is to maintain a near perfect ignorance that it dropped on HBO.
Well, and then she buys a standalone house in Gramercy Park. Fuck you.
Oh no!
The entire like it doesn't make.
How does that exist?
It does exist,
No.
but she lives alone in a standalone home in New York, and she can't figure out. And then she has to. I'm in my bed. I can't. There's a scene where it's like all of her shit that was in the studio apartment from now decades ago
Like the 90s.
is in now her bedroom.
Okay.
In her standalone Gramercy Park mansion. But yet, every time something happens, like the back door is open, she has to run down all the stairs and then close it and do the alarm or whatever. This is impractical.
That's just wacky. That's just, I can't get over that there's a standalone house in New York. That to me is the unbelievable part.
It's just so she has all this money and she has no help. Really? Really?
My God, it's more that you just want to play the manager, don't you? You want to be her house manager. Let's just get to the heart of the thing,
I just
okay?
find it's just so not thought out.
I have not watched this. I know it dropped. I was so put off by just the picture of the thing that I was like, I can't do this to myself. And frankly, I need a lot of alcoholic help.
She's the
to
Mad
watch it.
Hatter. Everything that
God,
you
she
see,
is the Mad
she's wearing
Hatter.
some kind of weird hat,
Like a puffy skirt that's sort of off kilter,
Right.
like a jacket on a jacket on a
Yes.
jacket
And then
with
the
a
Mad
rabbit.
Hatter.
Yeah, like,
And like a
Flavor
plant.
Flav's clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like those drinks at brunch where you're like, we don't need to have a burger coming out of a Bloody Mary.
No. No.
She's
And
the
it's-
burger and the Bloody Mary.
Yeah. And then everything, it's like, I see your chunky necklace and I raise you 6 globes on a string.
Yeah, for no
No.
reason.
Right.
That you
Who's
hold. You
wearing
just
this?
hold. That you're holding them. It's
Yep.
not a purse. It's just a globe.
Yes. Everything is like blown up to like cartoon levels. That's not.
I'm so sorry.
It's like if Miranda came into brunch and she had a suit made completely out of briefcases.
I'd
She
buy
might as
that.
well. She might at this point. She might as well.
If you say that out loud, it is going to get to this costume designer.
But she's really not a lawyer anymore. I
Only
don't know what
we
the fuck
can
she is.
stop this by not watching it, you know.
But-
Only we. It's us. We did this to ourselves. I keep going back to we are the cause of all of our problems. We are the world. Can we talk about something more serious, though?
If it's what they've done to Kristen Davis, we can talk about it.
No, I can't talk about the wide mouth bass situation that's going on with whatever, because somebody did something to Jennifer Aniston recently, and we need to stop. I say this as somebody who's pumped full of Botox right now.
Sure.
And I am thinking about getting my lips done. That's right. Because I have to even out my non-cancer lip.
It doesn't. I don't even know what.
Do you know how drawn on my face is right now? I am literally like a paint by number where I look at myself and I'm like, contour here, highlight here, draw in the little faces. I don't know why I'm German. I'm a German artist.
Wow. As I said this before, Lucille Ball made a living.
Off of the weird lip.
Right.
Well,
that is created.
It has been thrust
on her
upon me.
skin.
Now I need to even it out on the other side. So that I don't look like. Sometimes I'm looking at videos of myself and then I want to walk into traffic because I hate watching myself. And our
Lies.
industry has. Oh, I hate it. No, if I could
So
watch
you hate watching yourself.
Absolutely. If I'm watching my own clips like this, bitch.
So you're like, and just like that, and you're.
And just exactly, I keep putting myself into existence. But I am watching my lip. I'm curious about it. And it looks like I'm a little bit drunk, which I am. However, I'd like to look like I'm not. The lip is I'm a little bit like this. So to the important thing I was going to talk to you about. We're having a deer issue here. So just FYI.
Is there one that's going to come up to the back
I
door?
wouldn't be the least bit surprised right now. Deer love the Pineapple Ranch.
Okay.
We are an Airbnb for deer.
Okay.
Airbnb. And they're very quiet. But basically...
Because it's Jersey deer. So they've watched a lot of Sopranos.
No, of all things, if they were Jersey deer, they'd be like, get the fuck off my lawn, huh? I just had this cut.
They're like Italian deer with soft Bruno Mali
Yes.
loafers on that come up behind you with some
Those,
piano
like,
string
really
and kill
pointed lapels,
Yeah.
huge lapels. These deer, we have opened up like a cheesecake factory on the front lawn. They're like, ooh, what are these, pansies? Ooh, delicious. They are eating everything and shitting everywhere.
you. Yes.
Everything everywhere all at once on our lawn. But
What you need to do is you need to get that deer repellent that smells
Oh.
like.
it's pee. So whenever I plant something new, I say to Jules, get out there with the wolf urine,
Yep.
which is what we literally have wolf pee
Yep.
as an option, which also,
I'm
who's
wearing some now.
collecting that? I don't
It doesn't matter who's collecting it. It's the fact that we put it in a bottle for you. Ungrateful.
Whoever collects the wolf pee, I just want to say shout out to wolf pee. Thank you. I also
Just
like the
like-
idea of being like, tss, tss, tss.
Look, do you want that? Just like catching his dick in a cup. He's got some more.
Who's doing the samples?
Just like giant bowls, just giant bowls of like Gatorade. And you're like, this is gonna be awesome.
Chad, where have you been? Let's just say it's been a long night. I seen some shit.
I don't want to talk about it. I just want a sandwich. I'm going to go to bed.
I'm just gonna wash myself up and go to sleep. What do you want me to do with all this
Are you
wolf
bleeding?
pee?
Are you bleeding? It doesn't matter.
Why is it in an open bowl?
Why is the other jug cloudy? Forget it. I don't want to talk about it.
You just
I
know-
just want to go to bed now.
It's some survivalist who's out there who's like, I'm going to get all that wolf pee. I'm going to become a millionaire. I'm going to sell all this wolf pee to people in New Jersey. And it's disgusting. The smell of it is hideous. Jules gets out there and he sprays everything. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't come near this garden.
But no, we have gotten rid of our deer because
Why?
we are militant with this.
The pea?
They would eat every single bush that we have.
If you didn't pee on it.
Yeah, and then also Marcus single-handedly brought all these things back to life because we don't see a deer, we don't see them on our cameras anymore.
Are you peeing on these things?
No, it's this deer piss or wolf piss or
Wolf
whatever.
piss. They hate wolf pee.
I mean, we don't see them at all. Like there must be like a new
Strain.
bottle of something because we don't see them at all.
Asparagus wolf pee.
These deer are like, oh,
Whatever.
this place.
I don't want to eat any of these. Did you smell that house?
And it's not just like one area by our house. We've done like the whole yard.
Like you got it in one of those industrial sprayers
Yes.
and you're going around.
And we,
If Marcus
Nary
is going
a
to lose his
hoofprint.
mind about it, he gets out there at 3 a.m. He's like, why are you drinking so much water before you go to bed, Marcus? Shut up. Shut up. Don't judge me.
Yep.
Everywhere. Yeah. Wow, I'm impressed. I know because now, Jules will spray this thing. Our deer, because they're New Jersey deer and they're probably just used to the smell of pee and who gives a
Yeah.
shit, they don't care and they just wander off onto the property. Now, they will eat things from time to time, but mostly now they're just using it as like a crash pad. And they're so quiet that I don't know they're there. And there was one of them curled up asleep. And I didn't know this. And I'm walking up the front, and she was maybe 5 feet away from me. Didn't see her there at all. But because they're deer, all of a sudden they're like, and they're hum up. It's like a coke head at a party. You're just like, "Guys, let's do more. Let's party." And I didn't expect her to stand up. And I got to find the Ring camera footage of this stuff because I was just walking. And I was like, but I did one of those things where I was like, when you're so scared that like no sound comes out, you're just like, she just stood up and it was like a horse was just in front of me.
Sure.
But she's huge and she could give two shits if I am there. She could give two shits if I had a knife in my hand. She literally was just like,
she's a girl from
and if you're not
Coachella.
watching on YouTube, youtube.com/DearPodOfficial, she's like
It's like, I'm so
she's giving me model face, so she's like,
sorry.
oh my God. Hi. Is that wolf piss? God, it's so good. It smells so good. Is that new
Thanks
wolf
for letting me
piss?
crash here. The vibe here is really on
The
point.
vibe is chill. The vibe is so chill. Yes, it's Coachella for
For deer.
deer.
Yeah.
Deerchella.
Yeah.
But and they are not bothered by Jules at all. See, I'll just do one of these things where I put both hands up like I'm suddenly being held hostage.
by a deer.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have anything. I'm gonna get
Ma'am,
mugged.
put your groceries down.
Put the pee down and walk away. Just put it down. I come out with an offering and it's like ecstasy. She's like, oh my God.
The deer gets up. It's putting on its black, wide-rimmed hat. I have to leave.
It's
Thanks for letting
NPR
me
tote
crash.
bag. Thanks. I need a place to crash. She's got bangs.
Thanks for the activity. I just shit all over your yard.
Oh my God. Do you have like some electrolytes I could grab before I go? Okay. It's too much.
Do you have like a B12 shot or something?
Do you have like one of those bougie IVs? I need to rehydrate before day 2.
Then there's like my yard where there's like landmines. There's just like deer parts everywhere. I really like this vibe.
Claire, was that you? Where are you? Where's the rest of you? Where? I really like this vibe.
I really like this lawn vibe.
But Jules will go out there and literally yell at these things, and they won't even move. They don't take him seriously at all. They're like, oh my God, here comes that guy. And he's like, oh, God. And he's like waving his arms, and they're like, oh, that's cute.
What if they were just like all deaf and looking at him like, is that the guy from the car wash that just like stands up and just waves his hand?
It's a used car guy, whatever. Just be still for a minute. He'll go away.
Here's someone hold my purse. I got to take a dump right here. I got to Tommy gun this yard.
Someone just hold my Birkin, okay? Oh my God, I had way too much protein today. You know what I mean? Anyway, try these pansies are great.
Hold my jean shorts. I got to like Tommy gun all over this
Hold
place.
my jean shorts.
I just don't want to stain them.
Oh, come to the Pineapple Ranch.
These are vintage Wrangler jean shorts.
I don't want to mess them up. In the 80s, they were like $3, but now they're like $203. So
I got them on the MGM lot, like in the 70s, I'd like to say, for like 50
somewhere
cents.
in there. Anyway, will you put this lotion on my back? Because I don't want a wrinkle. Oh, you're stressing my bow. But you know what's not stressing my bow? You, because you've tuned in, everybody. So welcome to Dear Pod, the comedy advice podcast. I am your host, I want to say Scott Grimes. Let's bring back vintage redheads. And you are?
I'm Pamela Anderson.
And we're coming to you from the Baja Bar in the beautiful Pineapple Deer Ranch. Can I hear it? Wow, I wish I heard that sound at my show the other night, but I didn't. It is. And this week, like all weeks, we are bringing you comedy and advice, baby. So what are you waiting for? Write to us, dearpodadvice@gmail.com, and send us your advice question if you would like it answered by one of the two of us, two of the both of us, unqualified, unprofessional, untrained jackasses who just know how to deal in pee. That's it. Dearpodadvice@gmail.com. Or you can call us at our new call-in number. Everybody get ready for my song. 917-887-6111.
I like the church singer.
I like her too. And then she fades off. She's, what? And she just floats off into the sky.
She's got to get the Eucharistic.
Oh, yeah.
Thing.
6111. Bless you, everybody. So bless us with
sneezes in the jar.
Can I get
Body
a new
of
one?
Christ.
Body of Christ. No, thank you.
No.
COVID of Christ?
Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks, everybody. So we thank you. Write to us, call us, send us an advice question, and we will answer it right here on the air, baby. Follow us on your social medias at DearPodOfficial, on your Insta, on your Face, at DearPod, and your TikTok. Let's see what other wonderful things. YouTube.com/DearPodOfficial. If you haven't seen our act outs for Dear, then you're like missing everything.
Seen our dear party.
Hold my floppy hat. I'm going to go see Grimes on the main stage, everybody. Catch us on your main stage, youtube.com/DearPodOfficial. And finally, and most importantly, on
You guys have
Patreon.
dropped my crystal. Nobody move. Shit.
It's Tanzanite. It's like wicked expensive.
I don't know. I was sleeping over where that weird ginger girl boy was accosted me.
I don't
and now
know.
I don't know where it is.
I was in an orgy at Halsey's and I left it there, and it really means a lot to me, you guys. So if you can get that back to me. I dropped my IUD. Oh my God. Oh no, wait, it's still there. It's still there, everybody. And we're
How did
still
that
here.
dear get an IUD? Just don't worry about it, Catherine.
Just move on, okay? Her body, her choice. Until Patrick shoots her on his front lawn. So patreon.com/DearPodOfficial. Please send us money and we will talk more about not hurting deer. I don't believe in it. Oh my God. What are you waiting for? Patreon.com/DearPodOfficial. Become a subscriber. Get extra special tidbits in your inbox every week, like new moth reports that are only available to the Patreon members. And like
Now
we said,
you have her.
You're responsible for her. But we are going to call her today. I feel like we need to do a moth report, a nice standard. We are officially in summer. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. However, that is when my grandmother would always say summer is over. At the 4th of July party. She was a real upper.
Yeah.
At the
There's like
party.
a month and a half to go.
Yeah, she was like, summer's over. That was it. Packs up the potato salad. She leaves, and I'm like,
She flips the picnic table. Summer's over. I'm going home.
go to hell.
Your mom's like covered in a plate of beans.
She's that guy from Mystic Pizza. Remember Mystic Pizza?
Yeah.
When he randomly gets up and pulls like the whole dinner table towards him and everybody's lobsters go flying.
That's
Classic.
where Teresa Giudice got it.
That's it.
Let me ask you this question before we move on, and you don't have to.
Oh, I'm
agree with me on
scared
any of this.
now.
Did you watch the movie The Last Showgirl? Have you seen it yet?
I don't even know what it is.
It's the Pamela Anderson movie that everyone was up in arms about.
I'm thinking of Last Shogun, which would be
No.
a
Completely
hilarious
different.
crossover, everybody.
If Pamela Anderson was in that. It's where she's
haven't
like
seen
the
it.
last showgirl and Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in everything. I think
Yeah.
she's in me right now.
She could be.
Jamie
But-
Lee!
But if she has that six-pack of Activia, you should leave
You better
now.
run. Yeah. And those fingers, though, keep her around.
Just saying. But it was that movie where everyone's like, I can't believe she wasn't nominated.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know.
uh-huh.
That's how
Well, then
little
I watched it, and then I'm like, yeah,
I can believe
Yeah.
she wasn't nominated.
I can believe that. I can believe that she wasn't nominated for
Really?
this.
She was terrible?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, you got political all of a sudden, did you?
What I'm saying
This is an honesty cast.
Is it?
Be honest with me. You
I
can talk about her eyebrows. This is a safe space.
honestly, I think if Jamie Lee Curtis were to be nominated for anything, she should have been nominated for that and not the. I feel like we were duped into her Academy Award.
Just for doing the Lord's work and being in it, or was she legitimately good?
She was great. It was a little heartbreaking.
Okay. Okay.
But Pam, I honestly wanted to know if they were like, okay, we'll just go with that take every
Oh.
time.
Look, I think that she's having a moment. Again, we're bringing her back. Some people get 15 minutes of fame. Maybe she gets a half hour. But don't worry. We're going to go back down the slide again. That's how this whole business of show works.
That's not what I'm saying though. Like, I think it's great that I feel like
She's been revived. But
she's
she's not
justified.
an actress, like in a good way. She was on Baywatch. I keep
Why are you talking
like
like
this
this?
because I am mincing my words. Watch, we're going to get angry emails. Dearpodadvice@gmail.com if you think that Pamela Anderson was ever one of these people. It's like, that is the new Streep.
No, but I do feel that I feel like she's uncomfortable. You know, when you watch an actress and you're like, you're uncomfortable.
Oh.
Like,
yes, Anne Hathaway.
You're
Like
uncomfortable.
aware of her face, aware
something.
of her
It's
bod.
like for some reason you're delivering everything so uncomfortably, and then you see them in an interview, you're like, oh yeah,
You could have been that. Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you do that? Like she did it. She was in some other show, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're super comfortable. Somehow you're really uncomfortable, and you can't deliver. This movie is like so uneven, where you're like, that's terrible. That was from beginning to end. That scene was terrible, and then she does something. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, is this the last day of shooting? So maybe you should go back and reshoot the whole fucking movie.
Do you
now
think
that
the
she's
director
comfortable.
was like, oh, I finally got it. All right, it's a wrap, everybody.
Yes,
Oh, no.
something like that.
Okay. And I would
watch it.
love to tell you I'm going to watch it, but here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to not,
Okay, you don't have to.
and I'm going to leave the house every now and then. And I'm going to look at something that's not on a screen. I can't. I think I've reached the end of viewing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I reached a point where I was like, I wonder what the sun looks like. Like, I've watched so much stuff on YouTube and Netflix and HBO that at a certain point I'm like, I have to leave the house. I have to breathe. I get on the back of a deer and I'm like, go.
They're like, that is so not our vibe in here.
You are ruining a vibe.
Oh my god! And that is assault. Did you just see her assault Debbie?
Yeah, I mean, we'll call somebody about it. I have a really good lawyer. He's my dad.
Oh, I'm sorry to inform you, your dad just was on Patrick's yard and was blown to obliterate.
Shit, I told him not to vacation upstate. Berryville is dangerous, you guys.
Certainly is.
It's like San Francisco right now. You know what's not dangerous? Calls from you. Actually, they may be. Let's see what happens. We have advice for you. So here's our first number. Call in 917-887-6111. Let's hit it.
Hey, you guys. This is Charlie from Staten Island. First of all, I'm a long-time listener of your show, and I just love it. I'm glad you're back and you're doing this. Listen, here's my question. I really want to take a vacation this summer, but I am super tight on cash. So you guys have any suggestions for things, to do to get away without breaking the bank? Let me know. Thanks.
Thank you, Charlie. First of all, you're on Staten Island. Ooh, can you pretend it's like a tropical island? No, you can't
I've
pretend
never been there.
I have. There is nothing island about it. We really need, and I know that legally, technically speaking, we have to call these places Long Island, Staten Island. They are islands in theory. Island to me implies, tropical sun.
Beach.
Yes, beach, drinks, Bain de Soleil tans.
Wow.
That is none of what Staten Island has to offer. And frankly, I would want to get off that island. I would want to be voted off that island if I were him too.
Maybe I should just go visit it.
No, you shouldn't.
Okay.
You really don't. There's nothing for you there. There's maybe like an Aldi and a Walgreens, and then that's it. Ta-da,
Okay,
the
no,
end.
I'm okay.
Now, vacationing on a budge.
Yes.
I am a huge fan of this. Even if I woke up tomorrow a multimillionaire, I think I would still, I like the thrill of the hunt. I love doing things like, I like deals.
What is it?
Like I love kayak.com.
Okay.
Like I don't think I've ever purchased a plane ticket that is not on a site that goes to the other sites that finds the cheapest version
Right.
of this thing that you can find.
Well, also, you have a virus because you've opened up every.
Oh, yes, exactly. And then it bleeds, and then I get ads from Expedia, and it's
Yes.
like, have you ever thought about North Carolina? There are cheap places that you can go. Now, if you wanted to travel and stay in the state of New York, there's Hudson Valley, Catskills,
Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Right.
Yes, bring your chicken wings to Hidden Valley.
Correct.
The Finger Lakes, which sounds sexier
That's
than they are.
disgusting.
I went to school in the Finger Lakes, you guys. I don't want to. I hate the words. I hate that. I hate it when people say it.
Fingered.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Carrying on. It's an unfortunate name for lakes,
I thought
but
we
it's
were
because
gonna-
they look like fingers. But you can drive up there, so you could like rent a car and do that.
I guess this all depends on his budget.
It depends on the budge. Also, there is the option that you technically are on an island. Just get yourself a float,
And kill
push
yourself.
off, cast off, and then
And drown yourself.
land in one of the Carolinas.
Or you can go on Hotel Tonight.
I like Hotel Tonight.
You can drive to Montreal, which get in your car. It's 5 hours.
Really?
You can do, yeah.
I've never just randomly like up and
We
gone
did.
to Canada. Really?
Yeah. We were
Can
gonna
you
go-
do that on a budge?
Yeah. So we were supposed to go to Fire Island. We checked the weather. It was terrible.
So you drove to Canada instead?
It was about 90 degrees. It was amazing. And we did Hotel Tonight. So we found a cheap place to stay. And then every night we just changed hotels. And it
For
was
how
great.
many nights?
3.
I love that it was like either Fire Island or a whole different country.
Yep.
Now, the only risk that you run when you do that is that you may not get back in.
That's fine.
But you've rolled the dice and you've gambled
yeah.
with
So
your
here we are.
citizenship.
That's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. At least you did it on the cheap.
Yeah.
I never knew that you could just randomly. I would never think to drive to Canada.
Yeah.
And was it like a sexy scene? What's the
it
Montreal
was
vibe? What's the
great.
vibe?
Well, we stayed in Old Montreal, where all the like really hip deer are.
Oh my God, really?
That's where we stayed.
Old Montreal is literally a thing.
Yes,
What is New Montreal?
newer than
Way
the
more
old one.
crack. Okay. All right. Slightly updated.
No, it was nice.
The Canada.
Food was excellent. Every place we went.
Oh
food
my
was great.
God, I'm very intrigued by this.
Yes.
Charlie,
Something-
get thee to Canada. Oh, Canada.
Or you can do with one of the many beaches here in New York.
I think the beaches on the East Coast are garbage.
I agree. I didn't say I would go there. I said
You
You
could.
could go there if you wanted to. I don't like beaches that are made primarily out of asteroid parts.
Yes. And
broken
glass,
bottles.
broken, yes. Heinekens.
I'm not in Oz on HBO. I'm not someone I'm looking for.
I don't like a rocky shoreline. I know I've said some really precious things on this podcast.
Yes.
I hate a rocky shoreline. I like
I
a
agree.
sandy shoreline.
I agree. I don't understand it.
I wonder if you can
And you can't
do-
fucking make me.
No, you can't. And I don't understand the appeal of the Jersey Shore. So basically now my answer to your question is just me bitching about all the places that suck that are near you that you can go to. Technically,
Jersey
you
Shore,
could get on the PATH train and go to the Jersey Shore and stay
Yeah.
there for a couple nights. I don't like Cape May is probably the furthest down you can go.
Kate, who?
Cape May.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a cancer mouth.
No.
Sorry, everybody, about the cancer mouth. Cape May. This is a beautiful cape that you've got here.
You're Gabby's mom from Cheer.
Gabby, where is she?
She's in Cape May.
I'm just in Cape May, Gabby. If you want to go on vacation, that's totally fine, but it's going to be on you because there's a millionaire now.
You sound like Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. No, it's Cookie Puss. You're not Cookie Puss going to go on vacation with us, Charlie.
Gross.
Sorry, I spit all over the microphone, everybody. There's lots of ways that you can just like hop on a train and go to sort of a vacation destination. And there's like lots of stuff on the East Coast. Here's the other thing. You can go in the other direction and do New Hampshire and Maine. That's a bit more of a haul.
That is.
But I think you can get more bang for your buck up there. But again, if you want ocean, I don't think that's the place to go.
Well, it's like people who go to Fire Island or they go to P-Town. But
P-Town is a haul.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no fast way to get to P-Town.
No, I don't really like a haul.
I don't want to. That's the whole thing. Is what's your budget and how far are you willing to go?
Like, what's your time parameter? Like, I just
how
want to go
far
for
out?
a quick. What then? If
Yeah.
it involves a haul, no.
Quick weekend, I think. I enjoy New Hope and Lambertville. Those are nice little cutesy getaways. They're a little bit more fall, though.
I used to like them.
Oh, and it changed?
It did.
I haven't been in a while.
Same.
I used to go to a Medi Spa in New Hope.
A what?
A Medi Spa.
What's a Medi Spa?
Like, it's where you can get Botox and, shooters and stuff
Oh,
like that. I'm like,
shooters?
yes, shooters in the face is what I mean.
Oh. Stand still. Oh, fuck. Oh,
Not
fuck.
poppers. That's different.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
my jaw. Everything hurts. So what? You don't like the New Hope anymore? The vibe is not good.
The vibe
It's a
is
bad vibe. Okay, so
I think it is more of like a spooky fall
It is
town.
much more fall feeling.
But then once they rip down the Raven and all that stuff, it's not as fun.
Oh, R.I.P.
A
I
long
did
time
not
ago.
know. Oh, wow. Clearly, it's been a minute since I've been there.
That's what I'm saying.
Charlie,
it's a very
get thee on
dusty town.
Expedia. Also, here's a thing.
Bucks County.
There's Bucks. Yeah, so if you want to like do a little bit more, you want to go real trash, get yourself on a Carnival cruise.
No.
Carnival cruise at this point is paying people to go on them.
Really?
So like if we give you $500, would you get on this cruise and not act like an asshole?
No.
Carnival is the cruise of the asshole.
No. I don't want to go on a cruise.
Well, I have no choice, babies. I'm going on a cruise this summer
What?
as a patron, not a performer. I will never perform on a cruise. No offense to anybody who's doing it. There's good money to be made as a cruise ship performer.
We're
That
gonna
is
roll
not
this tape
my
back in a
vibe.
year.
Don't say that.
This is my third diamond cruise. I love it.
You take that back right now. You take it. Roll that beautiful bean footage. I am not a cruiser, but I'm going on a cruise.
Where are you going?
This one is fun because, well, it involves getting on a plane. That's the only thing. There are cruises that go out of New York.
Answer the question. Where is it and who are you
I can't
going
answer the question because I keep forgetting
with? Okay.
where it is.
All right,
I
Michael
forget
McDonald.
what it is. I know it's a Norwegian. I know it's a new ship, which is
Who are you
fun.
going with?
I'm going with Young Jules. Have to go, legally speaking.
Sure.
His sister and brother-in-law.
Okay. Just
Now,
the
these
four
are
of
the
you.
good people to vacation with.
Seems
Four
like
of
it.
us going on a cruise. And
But
this
you
is
don't know where you're going.
I forget. And
You're flying into
they
some
keep
undisclosed
telling me-
location.
I'm just like Madonna in the like peak Madonna where it's like I just land and then like put some makeup on me and then,
Hello,
oh,
Belize. We're in Pittsburgh.
We're in
Hello,
Brit-
Pittsburgh.
we're in Brisbane, Australia. Oh my God, that explains that flight. I just get dropped in a place and wherever I am, I am.
Sure.
It's a very zen way to
Yeah.
live.
Wherever I am, I am.
I think it's like, I don't know if I go international at some point. Is Puerto Rico international? That's U.S. I'm pretty though. Maybe
So
we should
are you
move
going
on
to
to the
Puerto
next
Rico
one. I
or
don't
no?
know. I don't know. What are the islands? There's the British Virgin Islands. What's like St. Thomas and St. Croix?
Islands. So basically, what we're saying to this gentleman from
Staten Island.
Staten Island, get in a car or
Get in a car
fuck
and
it
drive.
and go on a cruise.
And blow the roof off.
Go on the Amelia Earhart cruise lines.
Carnival cruises are all inclusive. Like, cruises are all inclusive. That is the thing. But you get what you pay for, just FYI. Because me and Julesy, we went on we went on a white trash cruise, which went out of Miami, and it was just for a weekend. And you go to the Bahamas, and you come right back. And
Is it just like a cruise ship full of like Fran Fines from The Nanny?
100%.
Okay.
And you look around, and you all look at each other, and you're like, we all paid $500 for this, right? Okay,
So we
I
did
see
this to
you.
ourselves.
That's when I saw the woman throw up over the side of the boat. It was a lovely.
That's great.
But I'd never been on a cruise before, so I was like, okay, well, let's give this a whirl. It's a nice way to test the waters, no pun intended.
Okay.
And all you do is go down to the Bahamas and you swing around and come back.
You don't
And
get off.
You get off in the Bahamas, and that's when everybody assaults you and really, really wanted to braid my hair.
You're like, no, thank you. And by the time like you had said no, your hair is full like Bo Derek.
I was gonna say
Braided.
yes. I'm in 10. Yeah,
Right,
and I'm just
okay.
running down the street like beads,
Yeah, just knocking people out with all
offending everybody with my hair.
Sure. Yeah.
Wow.
great.
Yeah, inappropriate. And they also want you to buy everything as soon as you walk. And you get accosted when
People
you get
would
off
hate
that
me
boat.
'cause I'm like, no, thank you. No.
Oh,
no.
you'd
I
say
would have-
thank you. I literally just blasted right
I would
past
have
them.
nothing in my bag. There's nothing. I'm like, that's not mine because I didn't buy anything.
Yeah. And they will try to push it in your hands. Like, they're very aggressive.
Yeah, I went to, I think I don't know where the hell we were, but everyone was selling candy. I'm like, I don't want
Candy.
your fucking candy.
Why would I ever trust loose candy in another? Is it in another country?
Yes, so like all the kids run up to you, and that's when everyone's like, make sure you know where your
Fentanyl
wallet is.
Skittles. Yeah. I don't want your
These
fentanyl
Skittles are great. Thump.
Patrick, Claire, he's dead. On the
got
front
another
lawn. We got another one. Welcome to the Bahamas. I also like that they were saying braid to Jules, and I was like, he has one hair on his head. What are you gonna braid? I could put a scrunchie on that. I'll make it work. Make it work, girl. Cheap cruises. You get what you pay for, ladies and gents. But Godspeed, Charlie. Have a good
Yeah.
summer.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Summer's
Keep it-
over, by
keep
the
in
way.
touch,
It's over.
Charlie.
Let us know what happens. All right, next question, please.
Hi, dear Pod. I know weed is technically legal, but I hate it. My son is in college, about to turn 21. He said he wants to go to a dispensary on his birthday. I have no doubt he's experimenting at school, but making this a daily habit has me worried. I feel like it's a gateway drug and makes people dumb, and I don't want to see him go down the same path. Any advice on how to talk to him about this? This is Ruth Lynn from Aruba.
Oh, Aruba.
Jamaica.
Hey, maybe that's where I'm going on a cruise. Well, I'd say start with an edible and work your way from there. I am not a weed person, so I am with you on this, Aruba. Are you a weed person?
Not anymore.
Just not. Oh, were you at one point? Were you like a what do they call him? A weed head?
I don't know if that's what they call them, but I think now it's like it used to be kind of like a fun thing, and now it's everyone's doing it. So you're like,
Yeah,
Enough.
it's pretty like once something becomes mainstream, you can pretty much put a clock on when it's going to go out.
yeah,
But there's like in my hometown, there's a lot of dispensaries now. In my hometown, it's weird because it also was trapped in 1950. Like there's a lot of parts of my hometown that feel 50s, but then it's like ye old ice cream shop. There's the butcher, there's the baker, there's the candlestick maker, and there's weeds for free. Like it,
Wow.
not for free.
weeds for free.
What are some dispensary shop names?
What's the one underneath me? I think
Manja Ganja.
something like that.
Yeah, which is the Italian weed store.
Sure.
Manja Ganja, where you just gonna let that weed go unsmoked on eating?
We have this weed shop underneath us that is like a block party.
Oh, and they're so bright.
Uh-huh.
Because there must be some sort of thing where they have to be well lit legally. Like
I
you
don't
have
know
to
what it
show
is.
what it is, but we don't need airport lights.
I
in
don't
these
need
places.
airport lights, even at an airport.
I get a sunburn when I walk past a dispensary.
They have ruined some wonderful establishments in the city of New York by turning them into dispensaries.
Yeah.
There was this Smith bar on the corner of 44th.
That's a dispensary now?
It is now.
How
Hayden
many
Panettiere's
dispensaries?
family let go of the Smith bar, and now it is a dispensary.
The Panettieres are like, we are washing our hands of this.
Bar
Good luck,
Veloce
weed.
on 56th and 9th with this beautiful lower level cavern bar, now a dispensary.
No.
Yep.
Dispensaries are ruining everything.
It's like the new bank when everything was like, what happened to that restaurant? Now it's a bank. Then the banks went away. Now it's a dispensary.
Yeah. So it's making more money is what you're saying.
Yeah. So to answer this person's question from Aruba, I don't know. I feel like
I
everybody,
love it when people ask us for advice. We're always like, fuck if I know.
I feel like everybody, I don't know. Like
Everybody's doing it.
I don't necessarily think it is a gateway drug. I think it's just everyone's kind of doing it now. It's like when everyone started to vape, and then you just realize that's stupid.
Well, but people are still vaping.
Yes.
Remember when we were all like, cigarettes cause cancer and they're bad and cigarettes.
And
I'm
now
like,
these
you're
kids'
still
lungs are
smoking.
collapsing.
Absolutely. You're
Right.
smoking USB ports, but also people are still smoking weed.
Yes.
Smoking. I know this because I walk through about 10 clouds a day. I never need to buy weed ever in my life. I get a
don't
contact high just by walking down 8th Ave.
Same.
It's too much weed all the time. So I am with Aruba in that I feel like I do feel like, I don't know if it's a gateway drug. I agree.
I don't think it's a gateway drug.
But do you ever don't you feel like dumb after you do it, or is that just me?
Maybe that's just you.
Do you guys feel dumb? I feel dumb about this. I am not a weed person, so I don't know how to stop somebody legally who can get it. You can't. Like, kid's about to turn 21. He wants to go to a dispensary on his birthday, which is so,
Here's what I don't understand. The whole vibe of a dispensary
is not fun.
Is inconsistent with the vibe that you're trying to accomplish while being on it.
Exactly.
So when I was in college and we would smoke all the time, we never flipped on every single light and turned it up and bright as fucking possible, and then
Loudest music.
That is not the vibe. It was I think everyone had a decorative sheet over
always,
your
yes.
light, and you had a lava lamp.
You create the mood.
Yeah, you're listening to Fleetwood Mac or something.
I was going to say Phil Collins, but that's
something.
fine.
And everyone's like, "Hey, man!" Everyone's like, "Hey, man!" Like you just came back from a Grateful Dead concert. Yeah. The vibe that they're selling now is if this is what you want some lesbian overhead lighting, this fucking terrible Pitbull music. That I don't want anything that's in your store. I don't give a shit if you're giving away buckets of cash. I don't want to come in here.
Mm-hmm. To come in and be like, Mr. Worldwide!
Yeah.
Do you think they're trying to create the vibe that is not keeping people in the dispensary? So basically, they're trying to make a hostile environment so that you buy what you want and get out. Because otherwise, if you create a vibe where people want to stay in the vibe, then you're going to have people that are smoking in the shop and relaxing.
You mean the problem with coffee shops?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It's if you make a good coffee shop that has cozy cushions, and this is people are just going to post up there for hours.
Correct. I think what they're doing is the Subway vibe. When Subway first rolled out, it was bright colors. So you
Subway
eat,
sandwich?
Yeah, so you'd eat and you'd leave.
Yeah.
That's why it was designed so you would leave.
That's why nobody's working on their dreams at Dunkin' Donuts. Nobody's doing interviews at Dunkin' Donuts.
Speak for yourself.
I am working on my dream. The colors of Dunkin' Donuts, the pink and the orange alone makes you not want to hang out in there any
Also
longer
because
than you have to.
there's no seats at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, at this point, they're just rods that you lean on.
Yeah. It's just a
They
cattle
don't.
prod. Oh, shit. Your turn to order.
It's those weird seats that they tried to put in the subway station where it's you can't sit down and relax. All you can do is just lean your ass up
Yeah,
against something.
really smart. Some asshole puts a piece of chewing gum on it. Now you're stuck to your ass.
Oh, now I can't get out of this Dunkin' Donuts. But everybody's at a Starbucks working on their manuscript, or they're having meetings and taking interviews. Nobody's having an interview in a Dunkin' Donuts.
Like I said, there's no place to sit.
But even if you could just lean on
There's
something.
no place to
Nobody's ever like, meet me at the Dunkin' Donuts on 37th and 7th, and I'm going to decide if you're right for my
What kind
IT division.
If someone were to say, meet me at 37th and 7th and say, I'm calling the police, you fucking asshole.
That's a drug deal.
I'm never going to 37th and
is
7th.
offensive.
Fuck you.
There is that Dunkin' Donuts that feels like
37th and 7th.
it's so angry. There's like a Dunkin' Donuts that's somewhere between Penn Station and like Port Authority. It's somewhere in that dead zone that I hate so much.
Is this with the walk-up window? Is that the one you're talking about?
Well, they have that, but in addition to you can go in.
Yes.
I don't think it's one of those Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robin crossovers,
No.
which are so offensive.
No, it's a Dunkin' Donuts crossover where it's the walk-up window and you can go in, but you have to go in from a different side. It's a different thing, and you have to jump through a puddle of urine. It's right off of the 34th Street.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's
It's a
right near
Russian
my
nesting doll
Yes.
Dunkin' Donuts.
It's
Yes.
right near my therapist. I'm like, what asshole would stand in this line? I'm going to go to the other Dunkin' Donuts down the street. That
like
is-
a gentleman.
that is, there's that woman still combing her hair in the corner, even though there's no place to sit. She's just leaning against all the napkins, which of course are now riddled with head lice.
And that's
No,
why
thank
they've had to, somebody took advantage of the milk bar and they've had to take all the milks in
Yep.
and they decide how much milk you get
Yes.
because you could not take care of yours. You could not
Yeah.
become a human being and maintain that sugar and milk station on your
I'm
own.
a Dunkin' Donuts
Too much
snob.
responsibility.
Like, I will not go to that fucking disgusting Dunkin' Donuts. I'll go to this disgusting Dunkin' Donuts for some mediocre coffee.
I am a lady. I deserve the Dunkin'
dare you.
Donuts on 34th and 6th, not 37th
Yes.
and 7th. You animal.
you so
absolute animal. I forget what the question was. Let's take another one, Jesus. I'm so angry about that Dunkin' Donuts. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hey, Pod. I have a hair-triggered temper. Given that people are getting ruder and ruder, my patience is getting shorter and shorter. I pop off so easily now. I don't feel like going to therapy for this. I don't think it's worth hundreds in therapy bills, but I have a hard time keeping a lid on my rage. How can I curb this? Michael Maplewood.
Michael, you need to leave the city.
I can literally hear the city in his voice.
Yes.
I can feel his shoulders.
Yes.
I am doing.
You need to leave the city.
If everything that you say comes through a clenched jaw like this, and I know this rage. I have this rage.
Yep.
I have Irish temper, which is a very real. I know it's shocking.
Not you.
Look, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know I had a road rage incident where a girl ended up throwing chunky chicken soup on my car. And if you don't know what that episode is, if you don't have reason to go back and listen to it, you do now.
Why are you hiding your neck?
Because even hearing his voice, I feel that. I feel that staccato rage of someone who is like just barely keeping it together. And that's what New York will do to you. But he said he's from Maplewood, so that's what Jersey will do to you. It's New York adjacent,
It feels like he's talking about that he commutes into the city.
which will kill anybody's soul.
Yes.
But even just in New Jersey, there's a lot of rage in New Jersey. There's a lot of anger. There's such aggressive driving. I feel when I leave New Jersey, I feel the rage drip out of my body. When you leave the tri-state area, your shoulders start to drop back down. Your ass relaxes just a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know what the Jersey driver thing is all about. I don't know where everyone's going at 95 miles an hour
It's
and swerving like they're like in Dukes of Hazzard.
I have
don't
been
get
cut
it.
off by somebody, almost gotten into a car crash, and all they're doing is pulling into Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And I was like, there is no such thing as a Whole Foods emergency. Nobody's like, I gotta get kale, like right now. But everything, we're calibrated so angry. In general, in life, I feel like, I don't know if there's any square part of the universe that is just chill. You know, that like isn't affected by this kind of anger.
The deer.
The deer.
The deer that are
there
in
might
New
be
York.
one place that I heard about the other day that might be anger free, which I'm very curious about. And the reason it's anger free is because they don't allow anybody on it except for the people who live there.
What is it?
Ni hao, it's I never ever heard of this.
Excuse me?
It's you heard me. Ni hao? How do I get there? It's a weird island off of one of the Hawaiian islands. Like we don't even know about this because we're not, if you are not like
Native.
from there,
Yeah.
I don't know how they keep you off it, but you're not allowed to come over here.
Blow darts. That's how they keep it.
Oh, yes, let's get vintage. Do the thud, that noise that you make.
What?
There it is. That's right in the neck. They stop you from going there. I want to know what this island is because I bet you those are the happiest people on earth. They probably have no access to technology.
There's no Claires.
There's no
Chicos. There's no.
I was thought you meant the deer because I named her Claire. There's no Chicos. There's no.
Chunky necklace.
I mean, you must be able to just walk around. I'm sure there might not even be cars out there.
Right.
I think getting rid of technology is answer number one
Yes.
for getting rid of your rage. If you're finding you are getting abnormally angry, I have to bake in to my life like technology breaks, like we do with kids, where it's like, okay, screen break time. We need to like parent ourselves with our own screens
That is correct.
because it is causing my rage. This hits me between the eyes, literally hits me between the eyes. I have also had to use it because after the road rage incident, I was like,
I don't want soup anymore.
I don't want chunky chicken. I want tomato next time and leave some crackers with a bitch, will ya? Here's a weird
She gets
technique.
out. You want some fucking crackers?
Yes, I do. Delicious. We're angry, but we just keep feeding each other. Really? Do you want Diet Coke with that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And bread, please. I'm not watching my carbs anymore. I have to do a thing now where
The windshield wiper.
that was exactly what happened. Quick side note. The woman dropped chunky chicken soup all over my car, and we started the windshield wipers. And then I had
else
to go
you
to
gonna do?
a car wash, and I had to like explain. I was like, I left soup on the top of my car, and it fell over. And they're like, we're not buying that. Forensically speaking, this is coming from the front, like somebody threw it on your windshield.
Like it was Maria, right? Maria cut.
Yeah, like she always goes to Panera Friday. She gets angry when she drives. She cuts people off. She
We get
tries
it.
to drop. Yeah.
The
Sprite.
Maria special, $35.95.
Yeah, I'll take that too. Give the undercarriage a house your father will.
There's like a line of cars with
It's like,
soup.
you got Maria'd? Did you get Maria'd? Oh, yes, I did.
Looks like Hale and Hardy here.
Ooh, she's gone up to sandwiches and wraps. Good for her. Good for you, Maria. She did throw Sprite on the side of my car. It's
Like
a
the whole
long
cup,
story.
or
Yeah, the whole cup. But I was like, when she went back to her car and I could see her in the rearview mirror and I saw her open the door and I really thought she's coming out with a bat, and I didn't know that she was coming out with carbs, which to me
Yeah.
is more of a threat than
Yeah,
if you hit
worse
me
than
with
the
a bat.
yeah.
If you threw bread at me, the gluten intolerance alone.
what did you cut her off or something?
No, she cut me off.
Then why is she
She was a
throwing,
crazy because it's New Jersey.
Why is she throwing her lunch?
Didn't
at
I
you?
tell you about this?
I don't think so.
How did I not?
You did?
I must have in some past episode.
I'm
I
sorry.
beg you to.
It's all blurred.
I'll give you the Cliff's Notes version. New Jersey drivers are assholes. She cut me off, and I did what any good New Jersey person do: lay on my horn and make everyone uncomfortable. Because she cut me off. She almost drove me off the road. And then when it came to a huge intersection and there were 4 different lanes, I saw an open lane. I drove past her and I flipped her off. My God-given New Jersey driver right. I think they actually, if I were to take a driver's test in New Jersey, they teach you how to do that and keep one hand firmly on the wheel.
Well, yeah.
So I
How do
did
you
it.
not know how to do that?
I mean, so I did. And come on. And then she pulled up behind me and thought, because we're at a red light now, now's my chance. And she got out of her car and tried to open up my car door.
What? Who?
I thought I told you all of this. This is the
No,
ultimate road rage.
Who thinks that this is a good idea? I'm going to go up to someone else's car.
In this
I'm
day and
gonna
age, you
try
don't
to
know
open-
if I have like a taser
or
or
like
a gun.
a hammer.
Yeah, you don't know.
If you ever watch that Oprah episode, you're supposed to keep a hammer underneath your seat.
Really?
Yes, but of course it's from like '87, so I think now it's probably illegal. And then you can just beat the shit out of somebody.
Well, I'm
if
gonna get
someone
pepper
opened up,
spray.
if someone opened up my car, first of all, God love you for pulling up to my little Beetle and trying to open up
That's
the car
just
door.
it. It's like your car will let you know if you can step to somebody. If you're driving a Beetle, I'm kicking your ass.
I mean, I think I would probably I'd probably beat the shit out of somebody if they tried to open up my car with me in it.
Oh, I know.
Also, if my dog's in the back seat, forget it. I
Oh.
have now become 20 feet tall and on every steroid in the planet, and I will decapitate you.
I will. If you step to a dog in a car, baby on board,
Do it. If that soup, just a little piece of carrot got on my dog, may God himself descend upon your hood and stop me from ripping your skin off of your skeletal frame.
It's when that rage hits, it is, you understand like all of a sudden you're a caveman. You know, you're in fight or flight. There is something chemical that happens in your body that you can't control in a moment like that. Because if somebody stepped to your dog, even just talking about it right now, aren't you like, huh? And it's not really happening right now, but you feel it here. I feel it here.
I'm prepared.
I'm going to, you know what? I want mace and I want pepper spray. But knowing me, I'd go to pepper spray this girl and I would have the thing pointed at me by accident and I'd pepper spray myself because that's the way my story goes.
Yeah.
But I was, driving a Honda. She knows that she can step to me. I am not a threat. And she came up and she tried to get in my car. And now we're yelling at each other through the window and I'm screaming, "Get back in the fucking car! Get back in the..." I was like, it was like the skin in the middle of my face split open and like a whole new face came out.
I'd like to see that.
It was amazing. It looked like Julia Roberts. I got so angry. And then she goes to get back. Also, we're at a huge intersection. Like the light's going to turn green at some point. But now I see her go back to her car and I'm watching in the rearview mirror and I see her open her door. And now at this point, we are in 2020. Well, this is 2024. I really thought she can bring out a gun. We don't know. She could bring out a whole other person.
Luckily, no one came to your rescue.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because that's the best thing about New York and New Jersey.
Just let
not
it
my
happen.
circus, not my monkeys,
Right.
not my problem. I don't want anything to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I see her go for something in her car and I panic. And I was like, uh-oh. And I'm at a huge, crazy intersection. Literally, I like cut across traffic and there was a gas station. So I cut through the gas station and then I took a right. And now I'm at another red light. I was like, it's like a 5-point intersection. So I'm trying to make a getaway in a CRV, which you can't do. It has terrible pickup. And there's like a million obstacles between me and open road.
Sure.
And now she sees me stuck at the other red light, and she comes out of her car with her whole lunch. But
And
when
she
I
has
went
to
to go
buy her
cut
lunch
it,
again.
well, yeah, joke's on
She didn't
you.
really think
Karma's a
about that.
bitch.
Yeah.
When I went to go cut through the traffic, she splashed Sprite all over the side of my car. I think it was Sprite, could have been vodka. But I see the Panera cup, and I'm just deducing. And I'm like,
I'll
so
never go to
sugary.
Panera
Like,
again.
I frankly did this girl a favor. I stopped her from eating all the garbage that she just got. There's
guess.
so much preservatives in everything that she threw on my car. I know because it stayed, like the rice stayed on my car for a while.
I thought you went to the car wash.
Well, I did, but it's tough to get rice out of cars. You know,
I don't know. I've never been the victim of Panera road rage.
I was Panera. I was a Panera hit and run. I got souped, and then she went back into her car. And at this point, she's literally
She's
taking
just throwing
things out.
utensils. Here's your fucking spoon.
But it was
I
like
bet you're gonna need napkins.
it was like a buffet. A whole like she kept going back to her car. I'm like, how much did you buy at this Panera?
Here's a salt pack.
You know, she's going back to her office, and they're like, "Where's my chicken soup?" And she's like, "Shut the fuck up!
Shut up, Debbie.
It's on somebody's CRV.
You don't even need it.
Go on a diet, bitch. And where's my Sprite?
It's on a CRV. Go lick her hood.
She threw chunky chicken soup all over my windshield, and then the light turned green, and then I started my
Then
windshield.
you got out of the car and then you shot her.
I'll end this once and for all. Kabam! Oh, it's so delicious. Are these real carrots?
I would have gone to that convenience store, downed a whole thing of milk, jumped on her hood, and had explosive lactose intolerance diarrhea.
That is a
all
really
over
long
her.
light. I'd have to wait for all the lights to go by.
There's a light around here that's
You
pretty.
stay right here. I'm going to be right back. Oh.
Then do like 25 jumping jacks, and then you're ready to go.
She's really playing the long game with this, isn't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
I could have gone into that convenience store, but then
Uh-huh.
I just went off and I had my windshield wipers going and I waved to her like I was a queen.
Nice.
And then I went right to a
Antagonistic.
car wash and I paid $50 for them to pull rice pieces out of all of my vents.
So you both lost money.
We
then.
all lost. Nobody won. in that road rage incident, except for maybe Panera, because this was a great ad for Panera, everybody.
Was it?
Panera.com.
If you don't like it, your Honda will. My Honda loves the chunky chicken soup.
My Honda loves the tomato bisque. Chips, anyone? Wow. This has been a hell of a sode. I mean, do we want to call Moth or do we want to save that for another day?
Well, you're at an hour right now.
Oh, Christ. And we still haven't done a cocktail. Let's wait. We'll wait on calling Moth. All right, everybody. We've really broken down a lot here tonight. You know what? My Sprite is empty, and I think it's time for a drink.
I like the Sprite in you.
I like the Sprite. What a great ad for Sprite, too.
Yeah.
It's just like it comes right off your
I like
CRV.
the Sprite on you.
You'll have to detail your car after your Sprite gets sprayed on it. That'll take the paint right off it, everybody. I need the paint to be taken off my body with this week's specialty cocktail, specialty drink.
Your
Don't throw
Honda
it
looks
on
thirsty,
cars.
so throw a cocktail.
Could
on
I
top of
get
it.
a little side of crackers with that? Maybe some
You
cocktail
seem
peanuts.
so pissed, but your hair looks nice. Would you mind throwing a straw at me
Did
as
I
well?
mention that she had a face tattoo? Don't fuck with
You
someone with a face
you
tattoo.
buried the lead in this little story. A face tattoo would have cut it short.
I think that was my first indication
Oh my
that I
God.
was in trouble. She had a
Fucking-
face tattoo.
Aaron,
It
this
was
story went
dainty.
on for an hour and a half. This is like Gilligan's Island. It's a 3-hour tour. You've gone on, and you didn't tell me about the face tattoo. I would have Kathleen Turner in War of the Roses in a monster truck and drove over the car in front of me to get away from this thing. Fuck no.
Did I mention that she was in the Crips and the Bloods?
Oh my God.
Well, speaking of cars, this week's specialty cocktail is Gennaro's Sidecar. That's right, everybody. Not covered
Wow.
in chunky chicken soup. Is anyone willing to put sunblock on James Jules Ferris's back? Because we're not touching him. That's true.
I won't.
For this, you will need, get ready, 1 ounce of cognac. Who are we? What is this, the 80s? 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau, 1/2 ounce of limoncello liqueur, 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, and 1/3 of an ounce of chilled water. Add all, I'm intrigued by this. I feel like it's going to be funky. Get ready. Add all ingredients to a cocktail shaker, add ice, shake and strain into a chilled coupe glass. Express orange zest twist over cocktail and use as garnish. Here are the tasting notes. Are you ready?
I have.
Hold on to your chunky chicken, baby. Here it comes. This is a cool tribute to the very famous Sidecar. Actually, this cocktail is called Jamie's Gennaro's Sidecar. That's like Ruth's Chris. Ruth's Chris
Sidecar.
Steakhouse Sidecar. Oh, it's like Ruth's Chris. I didn't even read far enough. I said that without reading. That's amazing.
Just say it again.
It's like Ruth's Chris, but different. Okay. The Jamie I'm talking about here is famed chef and good guy Jamie Oliver. Oh, I love him. The Gennaro I'm talking about is Italian chef and even gooder guy Gennaro Cataldo. It's summertime and you need something that is a little sour and very light.
You say
After
gooder
all,
guy?
gooder guy.
Okay.
That's what he's a gooder guy.
Okay.
He's wicked smart teen. It's summertime and you need something that is a little sour and very light. After all, Patty has a Speedo to fit into.
Not this year.
Really? Thank you. On behalf of the nation, thank
Wow.
you. No, because I don't like a banana hammock. It looks like a big bag of pudding. But he still needs a cocktail in his hand. The addition of limoncello to this drink is a lovely tip of the hat to the Amalfi Coast. Not only is this where Gennaro is from, but it's also the place where most limoncello is made. It's a wonder I don't get much sleep with such detailed and hard-to-find facts like these. It's a miracle I have time to get any rest at all. You're welcome, listeners. I'm here for you. Ciao! Jamie's Gennaro Sidecar. I can't believe he said Ruth's Chris, and then I read on.
Yeah.
I don't read what Julesy writes. I don't have time for this shit. I am busy cleaning off my CRV, damn it. Cognac. Okay, so wait, while we're waiting for this cocktail to be poured, you should all know that Patty goes to Fire Island, and sometimes he'll wear a nice Speedo, his big bag of pudding
I didn't go
Speedo.
last year. We have no plans this year.
You have no plans.
No.
Why no Speedo in general? Have you decided to hang up your banana hammock?
I'm not in Speedo
Form?
shape.
Oh, I think you are. This will help.
Look at this.
This is about got to be. Look, it's got fruit in it, so it's got to be good for you, right?
That's right.
Does cognac have calories?
Ooh.
That is an adult beverage that hits you in the back of your jaw.
Ooh.
Wow, that got hit real.
This is
You
a
know when you get that-
cathedral of vodka or whatever the
Of
fuck this is.
cognac.
Yes, that's what I said. That's
I'm
what I
not.
meant.
It does not make me want to yak. It's
Don't
not
talk
cognac.
back.
Don't yakety yak. Drink cognac. I don't know why they never use that song for this
I don't know.
liquor. This is phenomenal.
I like this a lot. I also like the presentacion.
Wow.
That's Spanish. for
YouTube.com/DearPodOfficial. If you're not watching and checking out, check out how cute this is. Look at these little coupe glasses. We got this at World Market. We're not sponsored by them, but we should be because half this house is courtesy of World Market, Cost
There you
Plus.
go.
What I like about this is it's fruity, baby, like you.
Oh, I like.
And you're
Wow, that was
that was
that was-
offensive.
I didn't see that one coming.
You didn't
Great.
at all. It's like the chunky chicken soup in your face,
Wow,
baby.
wow. I guess
Wow.
I'll have to go to a car wash and
I
hang
want
my
to know
head
why
up.
you think you're not in Speedo shape. I
'Cause
think
I'm
you're-
not.
I'm sitting right here looking at you.
I'm wearing a
Take your pants off. Let's see. Come
cashmere
on.
sweater and mom jeans. So
You feel like you're not prepared. You've been a Speedo person in the past. When
Correct.
did you give up the speed?
when I didn't give it up, I feel like it gave up on me. I'm having a
did
hard
not
time with my
abandon this
testosterone right now, so I'm not.
You just don't feel ready. It's
I'm not
okay.
ready, according to my doctor.
Look, I keep trying on 2 pieces thinking that it's going to get better.
What's going to get
I
better?
feel like I'm at an age where I'm a 1-piece bathing suit girl, and I don't want to be there yet.
Okay.
I'm not really 2-piece ready, so I understand. I see your Speedo when I raise you a girl Speedo. above.
Listen, if Pam Anderson can make a living out of that one piece, I think you can.
She had boobs for days
Yes.
in a 1-piece. That's and a bit of a thong.
And a letter in her mailbox.
Exactly.
So that's what you
yes.
need to. If you don't have it up top, put a letter
Rock
in
it
your
down
mailbox.
bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to do that. Now, because it's beach time and we are in the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Cheers to your sidecar, which I've never had a sidecar before.
Cheers to your independence. Drink it while you got it.
Yes. I can't think of a better endorsement for drinking right now. Yeah, I struggle with the bathing suit situation because I feel like, can I pull off the 2-piece? I'm very, very white.
I'm sure Jim could, if you know what I'm saying.
And a biscuit.
I don't know. What that,
2-piece and a biscuit.
oh, God.
It's 2 pieces of chicken. Anyway, it'll be on my car later. You can try it. Come to the buffet, everybody, my Honda CRV. I hope you enjoyed Gennaro's sidecar. I hope you enjoy your 4th of July. I hope you drink this and cheers yourself to the end of the world. Happy chunky chicken soup, everybody.
This windshield is delicious.
Such a delicious car. Oh, my God. Chips and an apple? It's my special day.
I think that's deer piss.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
This episode of Dear Pod is mixed and edited by Jim Ferris and is a property of Pineapple Ranch Productions.